to Moving with the Cosmos with Blackbird. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, but I want to reflect on what has just happened in the last couple of weeks with the new moon in Leo, and moving into August, being the 8th month. We are now in what's called the Lion's Gate. 8-8 is the peak of that. There's numbers of 8s, which we're going to do some movement today to correspond to that infinity kind of feeling. Also through the body, there's a little visualization I'll end with, and a little bit of actually breakdance has a little bit of in there too, and just being a shining star. Like Leo is all about being a shining star. I do want to start to put these a little bit closer to the dates that they actually originally happened, and right now it's kind of posting past tense, more on my own personal pause and need for my own healing before I can post anything. So thank you for watching. If you have no clue what you're into, fine. If you totally understand what I'm talking about, great. Moving with the Cosmos to me is like, as a healer and as a mover, and a performer and all the things, and a teacher, I just feel like I want to fuse all that together and give people something a little bit different. So if you use your body, maybe it'll help your spirit, maybe it'll help your mental, maybe it'll help your emotional, sense of person, like becoming a whole person again. And honestly, that's part of what I'm working on myself. So I want to start with, I'd written it backwards, honestly. So I'm going to start with number 4. We have 4 different things. I'm going to go 4, 2, 3, 1 with the order I wrote things in. But remember, you are the portal. So Lion's Gate, we're going to talk about a little bit on the next video, a little bit more. I have a tattoo on my back that's Orion, and it's got, the star Sirius and all the things that, if you look all that up, you can go down many rabbit holes. But right now, I just want to talk about the body and the numbers, the numerology, the astronumerology, So Leo is all about a shining star. Leos are fire. I love it. My son's a Leo. They're really just magnetic, like there's probably a lot of performers that are Leos. And there's a part of them that's really humble, I see. Where it's like, oh, I'm the shit. Oh, but I ain't shit, but I'm not, at the same time. So it's a delicate place to be with a Leo. They feel a lot, but it's awesome. So shining star, to me, if you know Blackbird and you have, thousands of students who have ever had me, know what that means to do. You can do it on the ground, you can do it standing up. I'm going to do it standing up. Back here is why I got the camera like this. But shining star is just like energy out the top of your head, out your fingertips, and out your feet. But it's coming from your center. So the light is inside of you. You are the shining star. So putting energy all the way through your body, every ounce of yourself. Just breathe into it and see how you feel. Just try it. So, if we did, I'm going to go releve too, so up on my toes. And I'm going to go from my center. I'm shooting energy all the way down into the ground, nice and grounded. And at the same time, I'm taking all this energy and this light, and I'm going to pull it all the way out, my fingertips. And then not only that, I'm going to take it all the way out to the top of my head too. Big shining star. And I'm in releve. Trying to balance. Woo! Beautiful day. And then let it go. Alright, so try it again. So you can go up to releve. Find your balance with those ankles. All this light right here in the middle of your body. Shoot it all the way down into the earth. Thank you, Earth, for grounding us, holding on to us, right? Let me go a little closer. Ready? Out the top of your, I'm going to think about my back now, my wings. Ooh, I need my wings to just, I fly today. But please, please, may I fly? Please, thank you. Out my fingertips, and then shoot it up through my spine. Shushumna, out the top of the head. Every inhale, you grow from the inside. Inhale, and then as you exhale, shoot that light out. Great. All right. Second one is going to be, in Tai Chi, we use the number 8, okay? It's infinity, right? You do it up here, you can do it sideways, right? Solar plexus, essence, yellow, sacral, below the belly button, orange. I kind of find, when I was younger, it kind of felt like it was melded into one. But now as I'm older, I'm hearing a little bit more of like, okay, the separation of those ideas. Creativity versus like intuition. There's 2 different spots, but it's, your belly button is the in-between place. So if your arms are straight, you're gonna kind of hit yourself on both of those, I feel. But it is kind of mainly the sacral chakra. So I'm gonna just do, this is like a Tai Chi warm-up. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the little drum that's got little strings and 2 little balls, and it's got a stick, and you rub it like this, and it does the little tink, tink, tink. This is what we're doing with our body. So these are the end of the ball and the string and the drum and the stick, right? Boom. And if you start with the hip, boom, 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 like that, right? Boom. That's where it's coming from. So this is kind of a meditative thing that in Tai Chi is a warm-up to kind of just give you a little sense of stillness. It's kind of like when people just like squat on the ground, or you know, take your shoes off and you go walking into nature. It's like that, where if you just kind of silently, like I'm not doing right now, but I need to tell you about it, and you just let them flop. I know just watching me do it isn't going to be enough. If you actually try it, then you're going to understand it better. That's what this is about. So you try it. It helps me clear my thoughts. Like, no doubt. This is crazy, but it helps you clear your thoughts. You wonder why kids do weird things with their bodies sometimes? This is exactly why. Because we already know as kids how to, you know, work with our central nervous system, right? Okay, so the next 2, I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit with you, and I'm gonna move this down a little. I'm in a chair, which isn't great because, you know, breakdance, we're breakdancing in a chair, that's weird. Okay, something called threads and needles. So it's another 8. So if you were to close up the circuit on your body, right? Connect yourself to yourself, right? Connect yourself to yourself. And then you have this negative space right here. We do this in modern dance too. Like you can put your arm through it, right? And then if you keep going with that, it would move your body into a different shape, right? And then maybe you have a different one. And then guess what? Here's the freedom to go somewhere else. Boom, that's just your arms. In breakdance, we do a lot with, okay, hold on, one leg, opposite arm, boom, toes. Needles and threads. Needle and thread. Boom. That's what those are called, threading. You know, you're threading through. Boom. So I'm going to do the other side just to get myself a little bit of freedom. You could do extra if you want to, boom. But needles and threads. And I'm doing it in a chair. And I'm 50 years old. But, alright, last one. More about 8. If you can, like right now I'm in a chair, so my legs are way up high. I would rather put them like flat to the floor. So, but the idea is still the same. So if you have a figure 8 that goes around your head and down through your pelvis and then back up. So that, remember that center? That's the crisscross right there. Crisscross your bra. I remember in the 80s they used to have bra commercials like that. And then you also have with your knees and your feet you could go through the pelvis, around one leg, down the feet, up through the pelvis again, around the leg, and down. So you've got a figure 8 going with both axes, right? The X and the Y axis. Come on, math, let's go. So you've got a figure 8 this way, and you've also got a figure 8 this way. So if you were to just sit, I'm gonna actually sit on the edge of the chair so I can do it wider. I'm gonna make a figure 8 through my legs, and I'm gonna make a figure 8 up through my body. You can also do one figure 8, and then once you get through that one, go to the other axis, and then come back through the up axis, and then go back through the other axis. So this is more of a visualization. What I would like you to think about as you're taking energy through your body with figure 8s. I've done this one for years in yoga and whatnot. You can think of it as a color, as a light source, just like we did with the shining star. You can think of it as some sort of substance, you know, like a great, you know, hopefully substance that's texture. That's a better word. Texture. What kind of texture? Maybe it's something liquidy, maybe it's air, maybe it's light, something that's flowing, you know, so that it's not stagnant. But then you can also notice in your body if there is a place where it is stagnant. Right now, I feel like it's right here for me. Like as it's passing through and then going to the next place, I'm like, decisions. Like I'm second guessing myself. Intuition right there. So I'm like, ooh, I need to help that flow, and just, you know, I don't have to make a decision about anything right now, but just let the flow through your body. And then maybe later today when you're trying to decide the simple things in life, it's actually going to get easier because you worked through the body with a visualization of this figure 8, this portal 888, and then up and through the body and then back down, up through the body and back down. We're going to do more about the 8-8 in the next video, because there's other cultures that also have a lot of great spirally types of movement that is all about the 8s. But I would encourage you to spend a few minutes on it, letting it flow through your body. 8 and 8s, the infinity symbol. Thank you for watching. I know it might be totally weird and whatever, but if you like it, subscribe and tell a friend. I'll be back.